call them 32, the worst of the worst. But what's the worst is how they vandals were hurt. The sheriff gave them that work. There's still drugs in the city, that's real. But they in jail, so you ain't getting it from them.
What's up? It's your homeboy Maul the Pimp, aka MTP. And welcome to another edition of the Pimpoholic Tv Podcast. I got a very special guest in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You know, Maul the Pimp get the exclusive, that's what I do, man, you know what I'm saying? So, this guest right here, man, he just came home from an 8-year prison sentence. Just walked out of federal prison last week from an 8-year prison sentence. Picked up in the 32-man roundup in Chattanooga and was labeled one of the worst of the worst. But he's sitting down with Pimpoholic TV to tell his story, first time since being released. I'm talking about my nigga Gerald Toney, aka OG. Exclusive, check this out.
This Chattanooga, y'all, the KKK just left a march. The feds only hit the hood, I don't respect that.
Welcome to Pimpoholic TV, and how you doing, man?
Man, what's going on with your mom, man? I'm good, man. I'm blessed, brother. What you doing? What you got going on, man?
Man, I appreciate you sitting down with me, let me get the first official interview, man. You know what I'm saying? MTP get the exclusive, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you rolled with me the whole 8 years, man. So, anything less will be uncivilized, man, you know?
You know it, man. Let's start from the beginning, bro. For one, how long was you gone?
8 years and 3 months.
8 years and 3 months. And what was the exact charge that sent you away?
Conspiracy to distribute 5 kilograms or more.
All right, now listen, you got picked up in the 32-man roundup. Worst of the worst that you was labeled. How did they link you in to that 32-man roundup?
Oh, man, phone conversations really, you know, they ain't had no kind of evidence on me. Nothing but phone conversations that me and, they call him little bruh, had, you know, a lot of guys was on his bumper, trying to, you know, tell on him, make control buys on him. So when they tapped his phone, they got my phone off him. They had just conversations, like my phone would never tap, so they just got a conversation with me and him on it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So what was the exact conversation you had that they allegedly flipped around into a drug call?
Oh, man. The infamous Zaspers called, man. You know,
Talk about that.
Man, my man called me, tell me, hey, man, let's go to the A. He stay in Cartersville. So I say, okay, I'm on my way. I get halfway there, he called me and say, hey, man, I'm finna be at Zaspers. You want something? I said, yeah, man, give me a 5 chicken, what is it, wings and things or something like that. It's a little 5-piece. He said, all right, I'm be out there, come on. 5 minutes later, he called me back, where you at? Shit, I'm about to pull off and get out the exit right now. He said, all right, well, hey, make sure you give me some lemon a sweet tea with lemon in it. All right, cool. Oh, man, when the thing came all the way back, they said the chicken finger plate, the wings thing, whatever, got 5 of them. I was ordering 5 bricks from him. Talking about the chicken mean bricks. And so since I ordered Zaspers from him, that was just all slang and code for ordering bricks. Yeah, man.
Gotcha. All right, let's go to that infamous day. November 2013, I think that was when the indictments hit. All right, how did you find out you had an indictment? Where was you at when that happened?
Man, I was at the house. You know, one of my homeboys from the hood, man, he called me. It was like, you know, this certain girl wanna talk to me. So, you know, it's early in the morning, man. It's like 6 in the morning, mind still foggy. I'm like, you know, what you wanna talk to me for? I thought that was your girl. So he was like, nah, she got something to tell you. I say, okay, you know, what's up? He click in on 3-way. They're like, hey, OG, you know, they just hit Step House. I say, you know, okay, you know, I know him, but, you know, I don't hang with him like that. But, you know, if I see Lil Bruh, you know, I tell him, let him know, because that's him and Lil Bruh partners, you know. Now, he a good dude, but, you know, we ain't never done no big. We cool. We ain't never smoked a blunt together with him, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, it's cool. So he called me back maybe 10 minutes later. Man, they done went up in J-Rock shop. Man, who the fuck is J-Rock?
Oh,
Jeremy Brown. Like, who the fuck is J-Rock? I don't know him. Oh, well, I'm just let you know. Shit, all right. So I ain't nothing, but other than that, I get a call from Lil Bruh wife. She say the police hit her house, and now she stay in Georgia. Her house took him about 6 something this morning. On some, I'm thinking, you know, he had a weed charge in Georgia. I'm thinking, you know, it's something, the weed. You know, I ain't linking Georgia and Tennessee together. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I called his brother Joe. They say, hey man, you know, I heard you got a new truck. Like, yeah, you know, they say, bro locked up now. You know, they put that new truck on the road. We're gonna go get bro out. He was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm at work now, so when you find something out, let me know. So cool. So man, I say, now all this happened between hours from maybe 6:30 to 9 o'clock, all this going on. About 10:30, 11, I get another phone call from the homie from the hood and say, you know, girl want to talk to you again. So I'm like, oh, okay, what's up? She said, hey, you heard about Joe? Like, which Joe? Say, Cityco. I said, nah, what happened to him? Said, the feds got him too. They picked him up. I said, nah, he at work. I just talked to him maybe 30 minutes ago. Yeah, not him. He gave answer the phone, he at work. So he was like, well, that's what somebody told me this. I said, all right, cool. I hung up, kept calling, he answered the phone. So man, I'm sitting at home. And I'm on a computer, Chattanooga.com. I click on it. I see it say they did a roundup. And they got a list of names. So I'm going through the list. Man, I swear for cheese and crackers, man, I ain't never seen my name on this list. Man, I'm reading this list, whole list.
You read it thoroughly?
I read the list. I read the list. I don't know about third, but I read the list. So I see homie LT. I see his name on there. So I know he messed with this other guy who we all know. So I called the guy, was like, hey man, I see they picked up LT, just chopping it up with him. He said, what you mean? I said, man, that's a roundup they did there. I guess they got the list out there. His name on that list. So he was like, man, what list? I tell him the name of the site. He go look on it. He called me right back. Hey man, you look at that list? Yeah, I looked at that list. Same question you just said. Did you thoroughly look at that list? Bro, I looked at the list. He said, man, go back on there and call me back. Okay, cool. So while I'm typing it in Chattanooga.com again, one wife called me. Talking about Peaches. Talking about, yeah, where's in peace, man? But simultaneously, yeah, hello, and I'm typing. She said, OG, where you at? She said, no, fuck that, don't even tell me where you at. I'm like, what you mean? What's going on, bruh? She said, man, it's the feds. I'm down here at the court building right now. And at that same time, I hit enter, and I'm going down the name. About number 6 on the list. I see my name at the same time. She said, it's a whole list, and they looking for you too. You better get out of town. I said, man, my heart dropped. I dropped the phone and everything. Like, oh, man. Oh, man, then that got me. So I was like, man, I'll call you back. Hung up. Man, I really just sat in the house, man. Started drinking on some Patron, and like, man, like this it.
You still sitting at your house?
Still sitting at my house, man. This it. So I was just shocked, man. I couldn't even call my wife at the time. I couldn't do nothing. I called her and told her, man, hey, man, I'm finna switch cars with you. I'm just finna come get your car. You know, I go get her car. I'm, riding through the city, cause I'm like, bro, this shit, I'm on cloud 9, bro. Like, bro, this shit ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck we done? For the, Fed hit us like this. Like, we coming up, we used to the Feds, you gotta have a big dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't no angel, I was doing my thing. I ain't gonna sit there like that, but I feel like it wasn't nothing for the Feds to come in. So, man, when I seen that, man, and heard that from them, man, I just on cloud 9, man. That shit was unbelievable.
Okay, so you're on cloud 9. Now, once you finally process what's going on, what's the next move?
I gotta get out of Chattanooga. They gotta catch me. I just, I'm allergic to turning myself in, man. I couldn't do it. But actually, I stayed at my house 3 days, like.
3 days after?
3 days after. November the 4th, I didn't leave out till November the 7th.
And it never came by your house?
It never came by my house. Every day, I'm sitting on the porch drinking, playing with my little chihuahua, waiting on them folks to pull up.
So you was really like, fuck it?
Like, fuck it, they come and get me. I was like, fuck it. So after that 3rd day, I get a phone call from on Facebook from another individual out of town, and he was like, well, is it true? He had to call me, he heard it. I said, yeah, it's true. He said, man, what the fuck you doing in Chattanooga? And you know what? I'm on my way. So I'm like, man, it's 3 days, I'm sitting on this thing from 6 o'clock in the morning to damn near 12 o'clock at night. Don't get up to just go do nothing but piss and go fuck my wife and come back. And shit. They ain't come and get me, so now y'all gotta catch me. That's how I feel.
All right, so now, you dip out of town, you're on the run. I want you to go give us some details on this. It's one thing when a nigga got a warrant. Mm-hmm. Child support, skip court, or whatever, you know how that go. That's cool shit. Explain life on the run from the feds, bro. Explain. Give me your day-to-day activities, what you was doing to duck and dodge, how you still try to remain cool, but at the same time know you got to be out of the way. Give us some details on being on the run from the feds as opposed to just some local warrant type shit.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, Ma. It all look kind of the same. Okay. You on the run. Like I told you, I had in my mind, man, y'all gotta catch me. Right. So when they didn't come and get me that day, I think I took about 20,000 cash and was like, man, when I spend this shit up, I'm finna go. When I spend this shit up, it's over with. If they ain't caught me by then, I'm turning myself in. So man, I shot off to Nashville and shit, I'm at every club, everything. I'm at the barbershop getting my hair cut. I'm like, they don't know me in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? So I'm chilling in Nashville and
did you get your room in Nashville? You staying at different
people houses, hotels. You know, I'm so paranoid though. You know, I might go get a hotel in my name at this rinking there like Motel 6 or something. Yeah. But it's a Hilton across the street. And I get somebody to give me a Hilton across the street where I can see that room and see through the feds come and hit that room. You know what I'm saying? So I was spending money. I pay for a room for a whole week right here and then pay for another room. I mean, pay for this room across the street for another week. You know, for the same week. You know what I'm saying? The whole time I'm in the mirror, in the window watching this room. So, but I guess once at night, it was cool. In the daytime, you know, ain't nothing. I'm moving. You see now I'm in the hotel. That's what I'm used to. I ain't on the run no more. And I've been home 12 days. And where I'm at, back in the hotel.
So you said once you spent the money, you was gonna turn yourself in.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Give us as much detail as you can on this. The day they caught you, where was you at and how did that happen?
Man, I was at my mom's crib, man. Rest in peace to my mom too, man. She passed in 16, but like I said, I was gone for about a month and a half in Nashville. So for other reasons, you know, I come back to check. Don't know why, but I come back to check, and while I'm down here, I said, I ain't seen my mom. You know, I know she got a terminal ill disease. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta see her before I head back out. So I stopped by her house, man. I cooked a little tilapia fish, and we just chilling like ain't nothing going on.
She know what's going on.
She know what's going on, but I'm chilling in her house like ain't nothing going on. But come to find out that they had just put the marshals on me. I guess the DEA or whatever been looking for me first. When they couldn't find me, they put the U.S. Marshals on me. That same day, the U.S. Marshal supposed looked on my Facebook, seen my wife, found out her Facebook, seen where she worked. They called up there to the job. Yeah, she heard. They went and stalked out her job. She left. When she left, they followed her. She didn't know I was in town. So I'm at my mom's house. She called my mom and, you know, check on her since I'm gone. So she called her like, I'm finna go to the missions and, you know, do something, get the cars checked out, and then I'm be on. So I'm telling my mom then, tell her come on over here. So she coming, not knowing. So not
knowing that they following her.
Yeah, not knowing they following, not knowing I'm there either. Right. So when she come again, she come in, she see me, you know, cool. We so I give her the money for to get the missions, and you know, we talking again. Here it is again. I'm supposed to be gone. It's 6 o'clock. I get here at 11 o'clock in the morning. It's 6 o'clock in the evening. I'm supposed to be gone from mama house. So again, the goddamn Zaspers, man. Got hungry. She was like, my mom said she was hungry too. My wife, I said, well, here go 50, man. Go get us some Zaspers. I eat mine on the road. Wait till by the time you come back, I'm finna shoot on back to Nashville. I just eat mine on the road. Man, about 30 minutes gone by, man, and I'm like, man, hell no, something up. You know, they did that little 6 cent coming. I'm like, man, something up. So I go peek out the blinds. Mom stayed in the cul-de-sac. While I'm peeking out the blind, I see a 10-tonner truck go in the middle of the cul-de-sac and just park. So in my head, I'm a street dude, man. I'm like, that's the police. Ain't nobody got out that truck. I'm watching that truck the whole time. Nobody get out that truck. So I tell my mom, like, man, that's the police. She get out and look, like, no, it might be dude them across the street. No, I said, no, ain't nobody got out that truck, man. That's the police. So I go in there. She was like, what you gonna do? I'm like, shit, I guess it's over with. Cause ain't there one right here. I'm pretty sure somebody in the back. So ain't no sense in running. And at the time, man, you know, I'm still big now, but I was 365. I'm like, my fat ass ain't finna outrun these police, so I'm not finna do that. So I go in the back, I use the bathroom, I had about $3,600 on me. I take that stuff on the pillow, take my ID and shit, take it all up, put it on her pillow, and I walk back out. By the time I walked out, they beating on the door, saying they know me in there. So again, I'm like, boy, they can't come in here. They don't know for sure I'm in here. But again, seeing my mom, man, she got the breathing thing, tube in her nose and all that. I'm saying how she scared. I was like, man, fuck it. It's over. I ain't finna let them just keep beating on the door and you know, she's scaring her. So I was like, man, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? I opened the door. Here I go. What's up? So they took me down. They took me down in. She was the last time I seen Chattanooga.
How do you think they know you was in there?
They followed my wife, man, and while she ordering food, one of the agents tell me later, he was like, he know we was in there because she ordered for 3. She had already, they ran a check on the house when she went in there, and they know it's one person stay there, and then her. So when they followed her to Zaspis, she made an order for 3 people. So it was like, well, who else in there? Because we ain't seen nobody else going there. Who else in there?
Damn.
So, but they behind her the whole time. She see the man, she held the door open for the man, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that he just, you know, he got an old electrical working type shirt with a company name. Thinking he just, you know what I'm saying, the whole time he the fed. So she said once she get to the light, she pull out, the lights go off like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this police car. So she look in the rearview mirror, it's like, I ain't no police car, that's a truck. So, but she pulled on over. They jump out, surround the car, get her out, you know what I'm saying? And that was the story, basically. They get to asking her questions about me, why I'm at this, she don't want to tell them. So she was like, man, we know he there. We know he there. Basically, like I said, you ordered for 3. That's how we know he in there. They gave the call, told me to hit the house. You know what I'm saying? And they hit the house, like I said, they got me in.
All right, now, you in custody. Explain how the first court date went. But hold, before you say that, now you in custody, but the feds, you know you've been indicted, but you don't know what they got on you, what's being said, what you allegedly have done or didn't do. So, with that being said, first court date, how did that go?
Man, I don't know, man. All that shit even like a blur. Cause they talking numbers, football numbers, and on the first day. The first day they basically came to me like, listen, we know your mom's sick. This is before we even go to court. We know your mom's sick. And you can get us anything on 1Zelle. We're gonna work with you. We're gonna make sure you get out to see your mom, all of those shit. I said, listen, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. So they was like, okay, you wanna be hard? You wanna be hard? You don't wanna help yourself, help your mom? You know, I'm like, man, listen, go on do what y'all gotta do. I don't know what you're talking about. So they take me there, they get to reading off the indictment and all that. It's like a first court. Once they called me, I forgot who else. They called somebody else was on part of the case. So we all went and got arraigned together. So while they were getting arraigned together, you know, they just reading off shit, different shit that I know I ain't got nothing to do with. Cause they try to link us to the little homie Moki. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Moki too, man. They talking about all kind of bodies and we supposed to be shooting and we supplying them with the drugs. And I'm like, man, I don't even know this guy, man. You know, I hear about him, know about him. I met him maybe once or twice, you know. Seems like a good dude, but I don't know him from Adam and Eve, man. So I hired y'all trying to lead me with these people. You know what I'm saying? A couple other little young guys that was on our case. So I'm feeling like at first, my first day, I'm feeling like I'm beating it. Cause y'all talking about these people. Y'all ain't talking about nothing y'all say I done. So boom, I get my that's basically the first day. The first day just was, I came out the first day feeling like I'm finna beat this shit. They ain't got shit on me. You know what I'm saying? That's like they putting me over, they talking about you. Yeah. Fuck y'all talking about you. What you talking about Maul for? You know what I'm saying? I ain't Maul. We talking about, you know, I don't care what he did. So I just, you know, I had with the mind frame, bro, that I'm finna beat this shit.
All right, now, explain me. So, federal inmates from Chattanooga, for the most part, get held in Bradley County. What's Bradley County life like, man?
Oh, man, hell. Hey, boy, it's hell. You don't know what daylight, nighttime, no shit. They cut the TVs off and lock you in at 6 o'clock because they short-handed. Man, it was damn near 24-hour lockdown, man. And when we do come out, man, you got to deal with these racist white folk, man, and man, it ain't like I count them, bro. It's just like when you hear when somebody sit here and call you a nigga in your face, and you like, man, I know he ain't just say this.
Yeah.
They just that bold, and like you said with the guards, man, they guards, man. Some of the guards I even knew, they my age and went to school with, and they ain't know nothing. So man, that shit was hell. I ain't gonna lie, I think that was torture. They put us up there, man, to make us cop out.
I was just gonna ask you that.
Yeah, they put us up there to make us cop out, man.
They use that situation where motherfuckers like, man, this shit's so crazy, man. What y'all talking about? Let me get that.
Yeah, a couple of guys did that. I actually was about to do it myself, but they put me in the cell with Joe and Juan and Adrian Washington. They put us all in the kind of cell. So, you know, with Joe and Adrian, you know, they was kind of on some lawyer type shit. You know what I'm saying? And Joe had a very good lawyer. Like Joe lawyer helped them to all of us. She don't know it, but you know what I'm saying, with the shit she filed and the shit she doing and sending him case law and all that, like our lawyers wasn't doing none of that shit. So, but man, being in Bradley County, man, that shit was, man, they did that shit to make us, you know what I'm saying, they did that shit to make us cop, because they could easily sent us to CFDL. Could have easily kept us in the county, you know what I'm saying, but we were having I think they said we had too much fun in county CFDL, so yeah, they did it.
All right. Now, once you got to going back and forth to court, tell us about some of after the initial court, the first court date. Once you got to going back and forth and dealing with lawyers and all this, talk about some of the different offers and plea bargains scenarios that they came at you with.
Well, like I said, the first time these folk came, maybe like 22 years. I said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. If y'all gonna try and give it 22 years, we might have strike it up. So again, they came to me again with about 10-1. And again, I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about. So by this time, I'm kind of pissed off. I done got used to being in this Bradley County and this, you know, couple of months down the line. So I kind of played with them for a minute. I tell them, so y'all saying if I tell y'all something, y'all don't know, y'all talk to the DA, right? I said, yeah. I said, okay, get your pen. He said, all right. I said, well, look, he got his car painted with a dude named Tito. Don't know who it is. I don't know who that is, but he got a car painted with Tito. He turned me on to the same dude. I'm finna get my car painted green and white because he is red and white. His kids called me his uncle, and my kids called him uncle. They said, hold up. We don't want to hear that shit. We want to hear about the dope. I said, well, hold on. Y'all said tell y'all something that y'all don't want to, that y'all don't know. So they're like, oh, you trying to be a smart ass. I said, no, I'm trying to tell y'all something y'all don't know. She said, well, keep on. Wait, okay, we'll get to the good part. I said, okay, hold on. I said, okay, yeah, his mama, I love his mama to death, man. She called me her son too. My mama called her son. We were finna beat up this dude at the gas station for trying to holler at my mama one time. I said, get your fat ass out of here. Man, you wanna play hard? You wanna take up for him? We gonna make sure you get more time than he do. So after that, that's when the 19, 22 years and all that shit, but then they broke it down to this shit about 18 months later. They broke it down and said, still sitting in Bradley County. 18 months later, they come in and say, okay, that's when Joe filing different suppression hearings, different motions. His lawyer, like I said, his lawyer moving. They find a little loopholes in the, not loophole, but they find it where they done fucked up, basically. You know, they misidentifying people. Right. And they on IK, they doing all this shit coming about. So now they, okay, we're gonna drop it down to 5 to 40. I said, man, still 40, that's still a long time. So the lawyer got to talking to me and saying, well, now you ain't gonna get that. You gotta, you're looking at 42 to 57 months. So you've been here, by this time you've been here 18, it's gonna be about another 3 more months before you get sentenced and took on. So you go around and it won't be nothing. He said, but it's a mandatory minimum of 60 months. So you're looking at 60 months. 5 years, you already been down 18, you go around about a year and a half later, you be home. Okay, sound good, man. So I go back and talk to Joe and Juan, tell them what they said. They were like, bro, they gonna get you. But in my head, I don't know the court system. Both of them have been in the Fed before. Right. So I'm ready to sign. Like, man, fuck that, bro. I'm finna take these 5 and get home.
That sound good. What's the problem? They sound good. They
sound good, but they ain't tell me about the part. They talking about carrying me out, my all these extra charges. about my past, basically. They ain't tell me about that part. So, like I said, I first signed. I signed first supposed to be 45. So when the PSI came back, they started talking about 188 months.
After they got your signature.
After they got my signature. Oh well, y'all saying that y'all owe me 5. Where did 188 months come from? Y'all careering me. They said, no, we ain't career. PSI people career. They don't work for us. They work for the judge. So we not trying to enhance you. I said, oh, that ain't the talk y'all were talking at first. I said, you know what? I take it back. Fuck it, I go to trial. Joe and Warren finna go to trial. I'm finna go to trial too. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about some all this time, 15 years. You just talking about 19. So if I take it to trial, at least I have some old pills or something going on. I can't. If I sign for 15, I got 15.
Right. You can't. Yeah.
I can't get that back. So I'd rather go for 19, and I got a chance to get back on some technical difficulties or anything. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that turned to about another 10 months. So I end up, I know.
Still in Bradley County?
Still in Bradley. I end up staying in Bradley County like about 27 months in Bradley County. So that's when they come back, start trying to offer different shit. We're gonna break it down 5 to 40. We're gonna make sure it is. So I just told my lawyer, man, look, I'm tired of being in Bradley County. I'm tired, I can't see the daylight. I'm like, man, listen, you give me 10. If you give me anything close to 10, man, I take it. I ain't playing with these folks. So they come back again. He was like, oh, well, the DA said he gonna try to get you 10. You go ahead and sign and then go, because everybody else started copping out then. So there's a bunch of group copped out and shit like really when we first got hit, a lot of them copped right out, went on. So he's like, man, if you go ahead and cop the plea, we gonna make sure you get 10. I said, cool. I went on here and signed it again. But this time they try to be slick and throw a conversation in with Warren talking about a car wash. Cause the guy who told on him say when he mixed the dope or he wanted hard, he mean take it to the car wash. So they I owned a detail shop, a car wash. So when he say car wash to me, they try to put that, saying that I was ordering an ounce of crack from him. So I'm like, how am I ordering an ounce of crack? Y'all just trying to give me some keys. Now you trying to give me some crack. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I feel like if I sign this plea, I'm dry snitching on him. So I can't take this plea. Only way I take this plea is that got to come out of there. Everything else in there good besides that conversation. Cause now I'm agreeing to something that ain't true. And I'm throwing rocks at him on the slide by signing this. Right. So they go, oh man, you gonna go through this? You gonna try to try this cause this conversation? Like, yeah. Cause I'm a thorough dude. I gotta go do this time. I ain't trying to have nobody saying I told on nobody, I snitched. No. I'm showing my paperwork. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I'm gang affiliated. I gotta go in with my paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I can't do that. And about 2-3 weeks later, they came back with me with a revised plea. Took that out of there. Okay, let me go ahead and sign. 8 years later, here I am. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay, so let me ask you this. Knowing what you know now, meaning how the system work and the office you got and the way you had to finesse some shit, knowing what you know now, would you have handled it the same way? Or would you have waited out a little bit longer and say I could probably get the drop down a little lower? Knowing what you know now. If you knew what you're doing, if you knew what you know now back then, would you have handled it the same way?
I think I would have, knowing what I know now. Cause one thing about you don't play with these feds. These feds gonna get you. And it's a guy that came back. He was trying to help me with my case. He said his was similar to mine, like they really didn't have nothing on it, just really be guilty by association, how they trying to get you. And he said then they offered him 10 back then. He took it to trial and got 30. So it took him 17 years to get back from to overturn his case. When he could have took that 10 and been home 9 years before. Right. So he kind of helped me and was like, bro, go ahead and take that time and don't play with him. And then by me coming in the feds and being in the feds now, because when I first hit it, I'm hitting the law library. I'm trying to find some kind of way to take the time off. And I'm seeing how people just really get fucked over. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I read cases that's nowhere near mine. You know what I'm saying? Just you in the car with a dude and he go sell a dude a brick. You don't know nothing about it. man, you got fed time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I wasn't no, like I said, I wasn't no angel. I was selling dope. So my shit ain't nothing like theirs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think if I knew what I knew now, I would have signed quicker.
You would?
Yeah, I would sign quicker.
Okay.
Just to get out of Bradley County, man. Once you get to that feds up, man, the time go by. And that Bradley County, man, was the slowest time I ever did, man. So I think I would have signed quicker.
All right, now, you done signed, you done got your time. Give us this layout. The first day in federal prison, bro. The first day you get off the bus and walk through the... Give us that layout. You get off the bus, tell us a story. How do it go?
I mean, for me, it was all right. I mean, I don't know about it. Like I said, I'm a gang member. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was a gang member. So at that time, you know, my brother and them on the streets and all that, and they already sent word that I was coming.
Right.
So the first day I get off, it's like, you know, when you go to the airports, they hold up a sign like, hey, it's such and such, you know what I'm saying? We over here, you know what I'm saying? So it's guys sitting up at the thing, you know, calling my name, ain't never seen me before. Hey, which one of y'all OG? Which one of y'all OG? Like, yeah, that's me, what's up? Hey, big bro, I already told me you come on, we over here. So we went on, you know, give me a care package, you know, give you shoes, sweatsuit, and a knife. Hey, this how you hold it, this how you cuff it, this how you do it. We got these, we got this, you know, gave the rundown, and we gone from there.
Give us the little, this for the people like myself. I ain't never been to a joint, no, I'm planning on going.
Yeah.
Niggas like, okay, outside of the homes connecting, so the first day you get off the bus, you walk through the system, explain the process, and boom, 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 before you get to the yard.
Man, you gotta, first off, you coming from, we're gonna go all the way back to leaving the county jail. Leave the county jail, well, Bradley County, on the bus. They drive from Bradley County all the way to Ocilla, Georgia. Past Atlanta now, you go all the way down to the bottom, Ocilla, Georgia. You stay there a couple of days, you don't go through their booking process, and then they take you back to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? They bypass Atlanta, go to Ocilla, and then take you back up to Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You go back up to Atlanta, man. Atlanta one of the worst is nastiest hold over here. You know, you got roaches and rats every goddamn way. You know, you leave your food out, rats gonna take it over. So it's just dirty, dusty, nasty, rust, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta go through that. And if you catch the bus the right week, you might be good. Other than that, you stand at least 2 weeks at the minimum. You're gonna stay in Atlanta and it's filth. Halfway don't come out, and when you finally do come out, it's dirty, then, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go through this shit. So now you're back again. By me being a high security, I guess at the time, I got a black box. So, and again, it's like I'm still big, but I was 365. So I'm sitting like this with a black box with the handcuffs on a bus ride. Hop on the plane, fly to Beaumont, Texas. Well, fly to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You fly to Oklahoma, sat there 2 days.
Plane or regular plane?
Nah, private jail plane.
I got you, all right.
You know what I'm saying? You go to Oklahoma, then you take man, shit. I want to say that motherfucker about 16 hours. Someone like this, you know, a bus ride again like this. From Oklahoma to Beaumont, Texas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you shocker like this, box, you can't piss, can't do nothing, you gotta hold it. Actually, they got a little order to come through, you want a cup of water, you know. Nah, you better not drink no water, I'm in the black box. Everybody ain't in the black box, but I'm in the black box, so it's like, nah. So that shit just a long, tiring process, man. When you finally get to your destination, you just want to sleep. Because this shit just done mentally and physically drains you, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, how long did it take for you to finally get used to the prison life? Or did you ever get used to it?
Nah, I never get used to it. Yeah, I ain't never get used to it. I ain't had that much time to get used to it. That's a whole life for. Okay. You gotta get used to it. You never get used to it.
So how did you pass your time now? What was the main thing you was doing to kind of speed? What was your main hobby or your main thing?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. My main thing was in the library, man. Okay. My library, cause on the streets I never read. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, you know, I couldn't spell. Okay. A lot of shit I couldn't spell. I can do a count. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So this Air Nation guy, man, he came up to me and was like, hey man, it's a good book. And I'm just looking through stuff. He said, man, it's a good book to read. I grabbed it, took it back to my room. I ain't not for read this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that. We got locked down. and had nothing else to do. I had to read. Once I got to read and picked up them books, man, that shit became a movie to me. So and everything, I think I probably read over 2,000 books since I've been gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I never did. You know, if it ain't a magazine, I ain't looking at no pictures, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, paying attention. So my main thing was read, man, trying to build knowledge, man.
Now, explain some of the rules, the do's and don'ts in prison. Like if you had a little young homeboy or a little cousin or somebody who's on their way to the joint, what would you tell them, man? As long as you don't do this, as long as you do that, you'll be straight. What's some of the do's and don'ts?
First off, don't use no drugs. Don't owe nobody. Don't play with them boys. Don't never call them motherfucker bitch. And I always say excuse me. No matter what happened, if somebody step on your feet, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about respect. But that main thing, that gambling, that drugs, and that damn TV. The main thing is you gonna get into it with. So if I tell a little homie, man, don't get involved with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get your workout going on, get you some books, get you in the library, but don't get involved in them main three right there, man.
You said gambling, drugs, and TV.
Yeah.
Why? TV first. Why? What's the problem with TV?
TV, okay, now half the time, once I got down to the low, they had extra rooms. But the higher up, you know, you in this dorm, in this unit, man, folks got spots on the floor. And that's why I sit my chair every day. So if I'm new coming in, if I sit my chair right here, and it's your spot, and just say you from DC. So now all these DC dudes really sit around. So now you're gonna have a problem with all these DC dudes because you sitting in they people's spot. You know what I'm saying? Like this is DC area. You can't sit right here. You gotta go over here where, you know what I'm saying, where your Tennessee homeboys, they gonna give a spot for you. Or your GD homeboys, you gotta go over here, they got a spot for you. You can't sit over here. So if you get too caught up on that TV, when you fresh coming in not knowing that, your mind frame still on the streets. So now I feel like, nigga, you playing me, who the fuck is you? And that gonna go up just cause of that, you know what I'm saying? And you ready to fight.
Really, you in the wrong.
But really, I'm in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that TV, I don't watch it. I don't watch it like that. Yeah.
All right. Now, towards the end, man, you home now. OG doing business now, man. Explain some of the business ventures that you into. We're gonna close it out with this. Explain some of the business ventures that you into, and what can we expect with the new and improved positive OG on the business shit. What you got going on?
Okay, right now, I say for about a year now, me and my pops, we went and had about an 18-wheeler. I never knew nothing about trucking, but he was driving. And the last little spot I was at, the low, a lot of dudes had their own business about trucking, and then they kind of got, and these was ex-dope boys. And they explained to me, like, bro, if you living like a dope boy, there's transportation going on, but then the pandemic hit, and the trucking really picked up. So I started seeing the money and seeing the thing and seeing like, okay, and just really started making it like, oh, just drugs, trying to compare. So when I seen that I could make the same thing I was setting this for, I can make the same thing and do the same stuff, but I ain't got to worry about looking at my back. So I jumped in the trucking business. Like I said, we bought a truck, Precision On-Time Delivery. That's the company, started the company, got an LLC, got it going. We've been running for about 8 months now. And I own the operator. Then I say about 3 months ago, I filed another LLC and got my EIN and got my business going. I got a Precision Realty, real estate company. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm owning 2 houses right now. That one I already had before I left, and I just transferred it over to the company name and I bought another one. I always say right here, but like I'm handling the business like really through my pops, man. That was my rock, man. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my pops, we wasn't just on good terms like that, like growing up. It's like, you know, I stayed with my mom, but through it all, man, that's my best friend now. You know what I'm saying? And when I say pops move. You know what I'm saying? Hey, pops, that's what we need. This is what we need to do this. We need to do this. And it's done. Like my pop's 62 years old now. You know what I'm saying? So he been there every step, whatever I need, he listening to me. So I'm in here with these guys. I'm telling them this is what you got to do. He doing it. And for now, you know, so right now, Precision On-Time Delivery It's been running strong for about a year. And Precision really they've been running strong for about 3 months now. So we're doing them positive things like that, man. It helped me to where I can come home and I ain't gotta ask Ma the pimp to throw me something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take me to the mall. You know what I'm saying?
Then, bro.
Yeah, keep, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, it just being in these last couple of years when I got the bullshit out of me, I'm like, this shit ain't worth it, man. You know what I'm saying? And my main thing, my daughter is 18. She finna graduate. I made home. She 18. She be 19 this year.
Damn.
She be 19 in November. Yeah, by sugar.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
I know she was that old.
Yeah, so it hit me, bro. I left when she was 10. So this a little baby. This baby girl. Now I got a grown one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then now, find out about my son, he 15.
Right.
So he sailed when I left.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, and then man, I got these kids to worry about, man. Then I got nieces and nephews who love me. I always had the kids. I always took trips with kids. Even though I was doing my wrong and all that, I always did with the kids. So now I'm seeing these same kids I was taking to Gatlinburg or bringing them all up my house. And all the folks I was doing that, all the folks I was doing that to, now they fucking grown now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My little sister got babies.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, I ain't on no bullshit. I ain't on nothing. I don't want to see no drugs. I don't want to see no gun. Even though it's a laser tag gun, Ma. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I'm still hiding it back on that. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, I'm just trying all about business, man. I got with a couple of guys, too. Rashad from the west side, Rashad Jennings, man, you know.
Rashad, yeah.
He was a big help to me, too, bro.
Okay.
Like, he sent me all kind of books and material read about the real estate and going in, so he had to help guide me. And he told me, yeah, you was the big homie on the streets, but in the real estate game, I'm the big homie. I said, you know what? You right.
Ain't bullshit.
Yeah, and we meet and we talk. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I even met with him recently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He walked me a couple of projects. You know, and told me stuff. He like, now I'm seeing it. I did all the reading about it, so now I'm actually out now.
Seeing it firsthand.
Seeing it firsthand and going on from actually building ones. See, the ones I bought was already up and running.
Right.
I bought them and just renting them out. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm actually going for the flipping the houses or building them up and renting them out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that's the positive Gerald now, man. You know what I'm saying?
You got real estate going on. You got a trucking company, man. What else can we expect from OG, man? From OG Enterprise. What else can we? Is there anything else you're working on that we need to know about, or you got some shit you're gonna keep secret?
Man, just to be continued, man.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Once the money pile up, oh yeah, you know my son might got something he want to do. We doing that.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, now give everybody your Facebook and Instagram so they can follow you on both of them, man.
My Facebook is Gerald Toney Sr. And my Insta is like I say my real name. My Instagram is Mr. OG 423. All right. Don't check me out, man. You know, Precision Realty, Facebook and Instagram coming soon, and Precision on time delivery. You know, now that I'm home and I can get them platforms going.
That was another classic interview on the Pimpoholic Tv Podcast. So make sure y'all follow my channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Instagram, Twitter, @MaulThePimp. Stay tuned. Yeah.